pulling this thing around the parking lot is huge motivation.
Car's looking great, James. Super stoked for you, man. Welcome back, guys, to another build video here on the R32 GT-R. We're making some awesome progress. If you guys have been keeping up with the past couple episodes on this car, you would have seen the GT-R is looking like a GT-R finally. Let's just put it that way. We're gonna start here in the interior of the car. As you can clearly see, man, this thing is looking absolutely incredible. Obviously some work to be done, but the amount of work that has already gone into this interior and the floor and so many little pieces and corners. I mean, if you guys have been part of the journey, again, I'll make a whole video at some point going across every single repair done, but you can probably already see just how much has changed. So the most recent thing I've done actually is just replace this piece here in the floor. So you can kind of see I've actually bead rolled a replacement piece that fills in this gap. So you can kind of see I'm still welding it up a little bit. And it's coming out really nice. If you guys remember what was in there, I just kind of like built a temporary replacement piece at one point, and it was just so bad. Like, there's no going around how bad that repair was. And obviously we're at a whole new level now with our fabrication skills and whatnot. So got everything fitted up, you know, how it would have been from factory. So that's looking great. So we're gonna go ahead and clean all this stuff up here, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut the talking, get to work, get this cleaned up, looking proper. Made some nice amount of progress on everything going on here. Now, in this video, fingers crossed, we should be able to prime the interior. Maybe not the entire interior, but at least like the floor and stuff. It's exciting. Let me go ahead and show you where we're at. You guys saw we were just in the midst of just kind of cleaning things up, so you can see now we're actually looking extremely nice in here. Everything is literally factory. I mean, come on, like you can't even tell anything was done. It's pretty crazy, especially considering this is what was in there. Like this was like this, something like that. And I mean, come on, that's awful. Man, when we go over, like I'm not gonna clutter this video with stuff that we've done in the past. If you know, you know. If you're curious right now, go ahead and check out some of the build content. Have a crazy playlist on this build. Check it out, there's a lot. It's just, for me, seeing it the way it is right now, it looks brand new. I mean, the car looks brand new. This, however, if you see, there's a little gap right there, a little hole. So we actually made up a piece over here, made this little guy up. So basically he's just gonna pop in that little area, plug weld it up, weld it around, and he'll be good to go. I mean, we're making crazy moves right now. We're crazy, it's just crazy. Oh my God. Guys, come on. Oh, brand new. I mean, this it's gonna be better than brand new. It's gonna be completely better than it came out of the factory, without a doubt. We're using way better materials that were used back in 1990, especially off a production line. They're not gonna be using all these very expensive materials here and there to get these cars to last as long as I plan to. Again, this is all unnecessary, right? Like, this car is gonna outlive me, but it's not about that. It's about doing things right, doing things properly. And, you know, it's just nice. It makes you feel good, right? Like, it's a good feeling. And especially considering I'm really looking forward to this car. This is not just like some whatever build, right? Just to do it. Like, this is genuinely something special for me. So going the extra mile, using all these extra nice products here and there and spending the extra money, going the extra mile to take the extra care. We're after perfection, man. This is, and I personally think we're achieving it without a doubt. You can't even tell. You can't even tell any repair. Like, it's crazy. This just looks like a clean GT-R shell that's getting redone, right? Like, it's just hard. Sorry. Okay, but I just wanted to update you guys. We are looking so good right now. I'm ready for primer. Woo! It's good. Over here, we're making good progress. I'll show you some clips of me getting this thing together. So this is the lower core support of the radiator. You guys might be able to kind of tell. I took this all apart, stripped it all the way down, took these little radiator brackets off as well, cleaned them up, got them looking brand new. Everything is just base. I mean, it's just so good. Epoxy primer on the inside. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? This thing is gonna last forever. No rust, and obviously we're not done. We're still gonna apply another product on the inside, but that's after paint. After all said and done, you guys will see. But man, woo, you know? So basically, next step for me, just go ahead and get this welded back in place. Also, I went ahead and tossed some like the metal converter, metal conditioner, rust converter type stuff in like all of the seams, and you know, just the kind of the, you can't really see it now because it's tough with all the sanding, but like the seams of all the floor and stuff like that. So where anywhere that, you know, there's a chance, obviously everything's gonna be seam sealed, but you guys know, extra care, extras, just extra measures for no rust ever in the future. This thing is gonna be rust proof completely. The steps that we're taking, it's gonna be rust proof. We're cooking, man. We are. You guys can see this is exactly what I'm spraying. Some 2K epoxy, some direct to metal, really nice stuff, guys. I love this primer, big fan. I'll try and have it linked down below for you guys, and if you use my link, give me a couple cents. I would, you know, I'd appreciate it. So check it out if you need some primer. It's great stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix them up, and we'll get to spraying. All right, I'm out of mixing sticks, which is kind of unfortunate. I didn't really think that one through. So I'm literally using a trim removal tool to stir this, so that's not, I'm really not too stoked about that, to be quite fair. Yeah, let's go, son. Let's go. We got a nice strong breeze coming this way, so I'm hoping to just kind of ship. As you're curious what compressor I'm working with, this is crazy. This thing is so small. I gotta run it in like short intervals. I need an upgrade. I've been meaning to get one. All right, it's really hard to paint with one hand. I'm gonna set you guys up. Oh, dude. Come on. You still got one more coat to go, so we'll go over in a minute. But over here, the shop's a mess, by the way, too. It's crazy. I got to clean this up later today. But we got some moves being made on the Z because, well, it is turning into car season here in the Northeast. Finally, some nice weather is upon us. So you guys can see, well, we're floating. We're in hovercraft mode right now. We're getting some new tires, much needed. Let me show you guys what we got going on here. So, but main reason, the rears are absolutely gone. I mean, basically slicks, and the fronts are just dry and kind of wearing kind of poorly, and it doesn't feel good to drive them. So gonna go ahead and get some new fronts. These are just like literally have like drift tires going on the fronts, just some Kendas. And then for the rear, obviously you guys seen we have the Mickey Thompsons. These are 2.75s, and what I have on the car currently are 2.55s. And if you guys remember, the fitment is already pretty dialed, so it's definitely gonna have a little bit of poke. But I've had these for like a year, so I mean, I wasn't gonna buy a whole new set if I've already had to. You guys get what I'm saying? So fingers crossed they do fit. I guess we'll kind of see, but I'm gonna drop those off on my way home here shortly. I'm just about to go ahead and knock one more coat in and then go drop them off. It's gonna be good. I'm excited. We have a few things to change, a couple modifications. Gonna switch up the exhaust setup a little bit. I'm excited. I'm gonna bring you guys along with me, of course. So it's good. Let's just keep on with the GT-R, get one more coat of primer on there, and it's good. It's a good day, man. It's a good day. Beautiful weather. Oh, by the way, for those that are just curious about how much paint I just used in that one coat, I actually used all 5 parts I mixed up. I'm empty. So I have to mix up a whole another 5 parts, 10 parts. 5 parts is about, I don't know, I'm not gonna figure it out, but it's a lot of paint. It almost doesn't even look real. Obviously it's just primer. We got some epoxy primer going down, but dude, I mean, the repairs, everything. I mean, you guys remember, this is all rebuilt right here. I mean, all rebuilt over, like, all rebuilt, all new, so much newness. Both these back pockets, all rebuilt on both sides. Here as well, you guys know, I'll try and post some videos or some pictures on the screen, just like a quick reference guide, just so you guys can see how much has been done. It's pretty incredible to see, man. I'm buzzing. This is cool. It's surreal. It's a surreal moment, you know? I sometimes thought I would never even get to this point. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there also thought that. I'm sure a lot of you guys probably just wanted me to scrap the whole damn car and buy a new one, but hey. And even if I were to buy a new one, it would never ever be this. You know, ever. Nothing, ever. I mean, there's no freaking way. You can't even argue with me on that because there's gonna be rust. Even on a clean example, there's gonna be rust hiding. You're not gonna find a rust-free one. This is rust-free. You can't argue with it. Obviously, yeah, it's a whole hell of a lot of work, but like, my kind of plan here is to hopefully offer this service for you guys or people that are watching, you know, that want to get their car restored. Obviously, something to this level wouldn't really make sense. But then again, Built by Legends is charging like $450,000, $500,000 to restore these cars, and people are lining up and doing it. So, hey, you know, I'll do a better deal for you. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, we're not cutting any corners and stuff like that. I mean, we're going to such extreme levels, and their base cars that they start their builds on are so clean to begin with. So it's just crazy to me that they're getting that much money out of that service, which is great. You know, like that's the dream, right? Like that's incredible. This is a completely rebuilt car, head to toe. And it's literally just been me, bro. It's literally just been me. I gotta give a huge shout out to Stacked Exports though, however, for supplying me with the quarter panels. That's the biggest win on the whole build. But yeah, man, so that's enough talking. I'm sorry, I got rambling, but yeah, you guys can understand how exciting this is. So we're good on that for now. We're moving on. We're gonna dive in. You guys can maybe see I've got this old quarter panel here. And for those that haven't been watching the content or seeing, you know, the condition of this car, how it was when I got it, I mean, you can see just right now but you can see just how rusted. I mean, there was no quarter panel left. Like they just literally, you can see where they welded a new strip of metal essentially. So yeah, we're upgrading big time. And it's funny, like they just put Nissan just puts these like little soundproofing things here, I guess, vibration dampening probably. But actually, if you peel it back, it's starting to rust, and it's actually pretty, I can't peel it back like a lot, but it's bubbling up and getting super rusty up in there. So eventually, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna bleed through at the most random spot on a quarter panel. So that's interesting. But yeah, look at, oh, brother. Come on now. The quality of work here is just absolutely poor. Obviously, they were just trying to get this thing out the door through the auctions and sold. Lucky me, ended up with it. But here we are, we're fixing the damn thing, right? Now we got some freshies on there. So unfortunately, since nobody came through with one of these pieces, and if you guys have one, please let me know, hook me up, because I don't think I'm going to be able to find one anyway. I'm going to have to remake this. I kind of ruined it a little bit, but you can see, I mean, there's literally Bondo, like, everywhere up in here. So I'm going to have to remove this, try and rebuild, save what we can, and then we have to go ahead also and take these pieces off, which this here is for the door latch, and this here is for the, like the door open signal popper thing, just to show, you know, when your lights turn on, the doors open thing. I can't remember what it's called. Have you ever seen the inside of a GT-R quarter panel before? I bet not. All right, so, you know, here we go again. God, son of a gun, right? You see all that in there. You see all that. So what happens here, why is the lighting so crazy? My hand looks like white. Why is this? It's crazy. Don't mind my skin color right now. I'm looking crazy. So yeah, you guys can see all the rust that's between here. So basically this little plate, you know, this is just kind of floats around in here. Sorry, kind of hard to show you. But it just kind of floats around. Just gives a little bit of adjustment for your door. God, what are those called? The striker? That way you can kind of adjust it and whatnot. So, you know, there's a bunch of rust in there, and I could just throw it in like some Evapo rust and let it soak and all that, but dude, here we go again. You know, the rust in between there, we get that, you know, you'll get that on the big jobs and whatnot, but this is weird. All right, now correct me if I'm wrong, but this is not supposed to be cracked. You guys see that? We got a crack on this side, which I don't even touch this side. I don't even touch that tab, but you guys can see this huge crack. Brother, man, so now we're gonna have to repair this, weld it back. I mean, it's just crazy. The stuff that you find, man, like I feel like this could be like common. Like these could just be like common things. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, that's still hot. All right, so went ahead and just cleaned these up just with the grinder. If you guys are curious, just one of these things. 36 grit pad on there. And I just went ahead and actually notched. You guys can see I just notched the cracks with a little air saw just to clean up the inside, and that way I get a real good penetration. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just freaking go above and beyond. We need to be doing all this. I don't know. Probably. Honestly, probably. This is actually pretty important. Either way, here we are. Fixing shit. You know what I mean? Here we go. I'm going to weld that up, throw this in a bucket of Evapor Rust, and then we'll finish it up another day. All right, so we'll let that chill for about, I don't know, overnight. And we're going to now come back over here and remove our last piece. I almost forgot about this guy. This, yeah, I done it, Ron. That's it right there. You guys can see I just went crazy with the hammer. I just got upset. I thought it was all Bondo, but actually that's metal. And there definitely was some Bondo up in here, but yeah, not as much as we thought. Who's done all this? You know, like what? Who's done all this, man? So it looks like we're going to have to just rebuild, I think, this bottom flange. You guys can see that's all just crusted away. And then this little corner right here. I guess we'll kind of clean up what we got and see what's left. All right. Well, it's not great, but it definitely needs a lot of work. All I really need to focus my attention on, though, is, like I already told you guys, just this bottom flange, which is going to be a little complex because it obviously does a lot of craziness going on. But it'll just make our skills improve. You know what I mean? We'll learn something, I'm sure, and by the time we're done, we'll have ourselves a really nice looking piece, and we'll be proud of it. So, love that. We'll do that another time, though. We're already getting kind of deep into this video. Just want to show you guys quickly how these turned out. Really nice. Just pulled them out of the Evapor Rust. All you do when you pull them out, just rinse them off with some water, dry them off. I hit it with the torch just to burn, especially here. You can see because it's got that weld on nut right there, just wanted to burn off all the water that might have been underneath that nut, so we're all good. That's why it's got that little heat mark on there, but everything else turned out absolutely beautiful. We'll go ahead and just toss some epoxy primer on all these pieces. That way it's going to be life proof and should no longer rust. That's that, man. We're looking nice. Got some, obviously you guys can see these. I got some subframe pieces that threw some primer on and things like that, so these obviously have to get welded back on the car, but they're all restored and ready to go. I think that just about wraps it up for today, though. I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. If you guys are still here, drop a comment down below. Help me out with that YouTube algorithm. You guys know how it is. Also, if you enjoyed the content, drop a like. It's an easy way to help out and let me know that you guys enjoyed the video. Would appreciate that. So again, you know, it's crazy to see the car coming along the way it is. Still a lot more to go, but we're making progress in the right direction. So next video you guys will see will be the Z getting prepped up, some new changes, some new mods to the car to get it ready for this year. And it's going to be one to look forward to. So excited about that. Hope you guys are too. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.